Alberta Ballet in its 46th professional season.
We do annually approximately 60 performances at our home bases in Calgary and Edmonton and on tour across North America.
So depending on the show, for this one we actually have 5 crew with a technical director, a stage manager, 2 wardrobe staff, sound, fly, props, etc. So that's 9 crew, 31 dancers, myself, and then 3 artistic staff.
Our touring is quite extensive. This year we have touring planned to Ottawa for the Nutcracker before we do our home base shows in Edmonton and Calgary. And after Christmas in the spring, we'll take Love Lies Bleeding, our show featuring and inspired by the music of Elton John, to Montreal and to Ottawa again. We draw from everywhere, as most ballet companies around the world do. Our dancers come from 8 nations on at least 4 continents around the world.
The great thing about ballet and dance in general is it's a universal language. So, I mean, not everybody has English as a first language, but everybody understands what we're talking about in the studio.
We have ballet master, ballet mistress, and the artistic director, as well as guests who come in and teach class. Class happens every day for all of our dancers for an hour 15, hour and a half, as well as 6 hours or 5.5 hours of rehearsal per day.
Ballet dancers are, of course, very athletic, and injuries play a part in these performances. Often female dancers experience ankle and hip injuries. For the men, it's primarily knees and backs.
I have more broken bones and more injuries, and I mean, anything you can think of from dance, and that makes it that much harder than anything else out there as being an athlete as much as an artist.
Kelly has performed with Alberta Ballet in China, Russia, Egypt, and the U.S. It's the big time, after all, the 3rd largest dance company in Canada.
Well, our annual budget this year is approximately $12 million. Most of our funding comes from our ticket revenue, our earned revenue base. That's approximately half the company's revenue, and then the remainder comes from fundraising, a tremendous amount of community support to help us get on stage.
They return to Edmonton December 14th with the Nutcracker.
And then next we're doing Nutcracker, which is completely opposite side of the spectrum to what we're doing now. And the styles change from, extremely contemporary to more of a neoclassical, where it's a mixture of classical and contemporary work, to pure classical. Everybody gets an opportunity to highlight what they can do, and that's what's great about being in a smaller ensemble company, is you dance all the time, and everybody gets a chance to kind of shine at one point.
This is Tim Dancy.